of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence to not only remember our troops serving our countries overseas, but all of those lost to COVID-19 and their families. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
United States of America, and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please have a seat.
Notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Law have been satisfied concerning this meeting. The Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger published a notice on December 20th, 2019. A copy was posted on the Municipal Bulletin Board. It should be so noted in the minutes of this meeting. Councilman Spiller.
Here.
Councilman Ficarra.
Here.
Councilwoman Meehan.
here.
Councilwoman Drum.
Here.
Councilman Patel.
Here.
Councilman Anderson.
Here.
Councilman Bauer.
Here.
Vice President Small.
Here.
And President De Jesus.
Here.
Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from May 19th, 2020?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. The first ordinance before you this evening is a second reading of this ordinance amending Chapter 150 entitled the Land Use, and this is with regards to applicants providing a digital final approved site plan and subdivision plan. With that said, can I get a motion that the ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter A only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Letter B is an ordinance adopting the amended Avenel Arts Village redevelopment plan. Can I get a motion that this ordinance be taken up on second and third reading and the public hearing be open?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. The public hearing is now open on letter B only. Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public hearing be closed, the ordinance be adopted and submitted to the mayor for approval as required by law?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Next listed are letters C and D, both first reading ordinances. Can I get a motion that these ordinances be passed on first reading, published in the Home News Tribune this Friday, May 22nd, 2020, with notice of public hearing to be held on June 9th, 2020 at 7 p.m.
Motion.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Resolutions 1 through 24 are listed before you. Could I get a motion to approve 1 through 24 by consent?
Motion. Second.
Any questions or comments from council? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. That's it, Madam President.
We will now move to the public portion of the meeting. Please approach the microphone if you would like. State the area of the township you live in, and there is a one-time 5-minute time period.
Hearing no comment from the public, can I get a motion that the public portion of this meeting be closed?
Motion. Second.
Any comments or questions? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
We will now move to our agenda portions of the meeting. My agenda is in order. I have one announcement. Woodbridge Public Library is happy to announce that the library book drops are open at the Fords, Henry Inman, and Islet branches 24/7. Due dates for the library materials that were checked out before the closing of our buildings will be extended again until 10 days after the libraries open. The library staff is working on a plan for curbside pickup and will begin to answer phones again soon. In the meantime, please visit www.woodbridgelibrary.org for ebooks, audiobooks, video, music, and information. I want to acknowledge that last week from May 10th through the 16th was National Police Week. National Police Week is where we remember and pay tribute to all officers who have died or have been disabled in the line of duty. This week is National EMS Week. We recognize and pay tribute to the work that all first responders do, especially during these trying times. May God continue to comfort, give strength, and bless all of our first responders, especially those from Woodbridge Township. Again, I would like to thank Mayor McCormick, Business Administrator Simaluka, all of our directors under staff for keeping our township functioning during these challenging times. We truly appreciate your dedication to our residents. Again, remember to buy local. All these local businesses have supported all of us, all of our charities, all of our local sports groups. So this is our time to pay them back. All of our restaurants you can order your food and go pick it up and have it at home with your family. So again, please remember to support our local restaurants. We ask that you please continue to practice social distance, wear your mask, wash your hands, and follow all the guidelines established by the CDC and our state. Thank you. That is all that I have. Council Vice President Small.
Thank you, Madam President. On my agenda number 9, the Cypress level playing field, I would just like to say that, you know, being a Port Reading resident my whole life, to see that property develop into what it's becoming is simply amazing. I can't wait to see these kids be able to step out onto that field for the first time, and for all the people in Woodbridge Township to see how incredible this project is coming, almost completed, is just unbelievable. And again, I can't wait for these kids to see this field, to be able to play on it. I want to remember our residents. This Monday is Memorial Day. I ask you to remember and keep in your prayers all our veterans who pay the ultimate sacrifice, our police officers, our firefighters, our EMS, all essential personnel. Remember everybody on Memorial Day for what they've done for their community. A lot of good things have come out of this pandemic. There's been amazing things done by our residents, so many kind gestures made by people. I just, you know, when this is over, and I can't wait for it to be over, I just hope people just, you know, keep in their hearts and remember the predicament we've been in and how hard it's been, and just keep that kindness to your neighbor and the kindness to the people around you. It's just a good thing. It's a good feeling. Be thankful for your family. Be thankful for your friends. Be thankful for your essential personnel. Be thankful that you live in the greatest country in the world. God bless America. That's all I have this evening. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Council Vice President. Councilman Spiller.
Thank you, Council President DeJesus. Really quick, just to piggyback Council Vice President Small's comments on the Cypress level playing field. I actually drove by this past Friday. The fields are just gorgeous. The landscaping's done. I can't wait for a couple of weeks when everything starts to take shape. As Councilman Small can attest, we all knew what that property looked like, you know, just several years ago. So it's an extreme great makeover for Port Reading. Item number 4, the Port Reading Golden Saints, as well as many other organizations, have been having food drives during the pandemic, and so far have raised over 400 pounds of non-perishable foods for our food pantries. There will be another drive this weekend from 12 to 3 at the field located at 100 Saints Boulevard, Port Reading. The Golden Saints are now in the process of registration for the fall 2020 season. They are offering discounted registration to help families who might be struggling during these tough times. You can visit www.woodbridgegoldensaints.org for all the details on both the registrations and the food drive. Item number 5, I would like to thank and congratulate students of Avenel Middle School's Community Service Club and Miss Annan, the 7th grade class, for writing a book called Avenel Middle School Kids in Quarantine, a Middle Schoolers, sorry about that, Kids in Quarantine, a Middle Schooler's Survival Guide. The book discusses survival tips, community service projects, home projects, and many other subjects to help a middle schooler get through the pandemic from home. The final chapter includes important messages from Principal Short and Mayor McCormick. The book is dedicated to all essential employees, parents, guardians, government officials, teachers, and students, and all proceeds will benefit the Township Food Bank. You can access the link by going to the Mayor's Facebook page and scroll down, or type www.twp.woodbridge.nj.us/Kids in Quarantine, a middle schooler's survival guide. It's a very nice project. The rest of my agenda is order. Council President, just a few announcements. Please remember all our military servicemen and women who have died in military service as Memorial Day approaches this Monday. And also, while doing that, please try to enjoy the holiday at home with your families and try to experience and get back to a little bit of normalcy. Please continue to pray for all our residents that have fallen ill or passed away, and continue to pray for our police, fire, EMS, emergency management, and all first responders, as well as our residents and township employees that have to go to work as essential employees. Be safe, be smart, and God bless America. Thank you, Council President De Jesus.
Thank you, Councilman Spiller. Councilwoman Meehan?
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. I just have a couple announcements on a couple of my items. Going down, number 5 on my agenda is Support the Troop Rally. Tomorrow evening, Woodbridge Township was set to hold our annual Support the Troop Rally to honor our local veterans, past and present. This year, due to the coronavirus, we are unable to hold this heartfelt event to honor these heroes, to read the names of those currently serving, and acknowledge and thank those who served before them. This Memorial Day weekend will be different than ones we've observed in the past. Township memorial services have now been canceled due to restrictions on large gatherings, as are many barbecues that family and friends had planned to hold. But it doesn't mean we should forget to remember our veterans through these difficult days. This Memorial Day weekend, please take a moment to thank a veteran, whether it be on social media, in the food store, or by simply placing a sign or a flag on your lawn in honor of them for all they have done. And please say a prayer to remember our veterans that made the ultimate sacrifice and never came home. We thank you, veterans, for your service for our country, for all you have done, and for all you continue to do. Going down to item number 6 on my agenda is the food banks. Colonia Cares has now raised over $20,000 to be donated to Woodbridge Township Food Banks, the Woodbridge Township Food Bank, and to purchase gift cards from local restaurants, which in turn will be donated to the food banks and distributed to local families in need. What an amazing job these 11 high school juniors have done, along with their parents, to do something so positive and so important through this very difficult time for so many people. Their acts of kindness were so infectious that many other residents picked up on it and did things to raise money in the name of Colonia Cares. One person that I must acknowledge and thank is Mark Hindeldale. Mark is a lifelong Colonia resident who pledged to run 24 hours straight to raise money to be donated to Colonia Cares to help the food banks. This past Saturday on the Colonia High School track, Mark ran over 92 miles over the 24-hour period and raised over $500 for the cause. Another group that picked up on this task of kindness is students from Woodbridge High School, who have now formed Woodbridge Cares and is currently collecting money for the same cause. As of today, not including the donations from Colonia Cares or Woodbridge Cares, Woodbridge Township residents and businesses have donated $85,742 to the We Feed Woodbridge program to help those who are in need. It just proves that when there is a need in our community, Woodbridge Township truly comes together to help others. Thank you to everybody that donated. Your donation, no matter how big or small, truly did make a difference. Please continue to patronize our local businesses if you can. They need our support more now than ever. These are a lot of businesses that have helped us in the past with our groups and different causes we've had, so we really need to continue to patronize them. It's very important. And congratulations to our college graduates. I know these graduation days were not the way you dreamed they would be, but better days are ahead. Wishing you the best of luck and the brightest of futures. Stay positive, stay safe, and take care of each other. That's all I have this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Meehan. Councilwoman Drum?
Thank you, Council President. Number 2 on my agenda, the Downtown Merchants Association. They would like to remind people that many businesses are open for curbside pickup, and in the not-so-distant future, more and more businesses will be reopening on Main Street, and they need everyone's support. Our downtown merchants feel that it's a lot safer in a small business that has less congesting people, so please come support your local downtown establishment. They even got, Stone Mountain made up posters for them with emojis on it with masks, and we're giving them out to the Main Street businesses, and it depicted, due to the coronavirus, their hours of operation and when they could pick up and stuff, and they even made it onto New Jersey 12 the other day. So they're working really hard, and we appreciate you all going to them and advocating for their business. Number 4, the Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber continues to operate remotely. Anyone, including Chamber and non-Chamber members that needs our help, please do not hesitate to call us, 732-636-4040. The Chamber is looking forward to continued progress of the opening, such as the most recent Governor's Executive Order 142, which included the reopening of non-essential retail stores for curbside pickup, which will allow some of our local businesses to begin their COVID-19 recovery efforts. Be on the lookout for these non-essential businesses listing. We'll put them out onto the mayor's page. He's going to be doing a listing of all of the non-essential retail, and then we're going to put hours of operation and where to pick it up, and the Chamber will also be posting that listing on our social media and the township website pages. The annual Chamber of Commerce golf outing, which is regularly scheduled in June every year, has been canceled. And I also wanted to congratulate the Colonia High School students and the PPO for a successful Colonia Cares COVID-19 initiative. I just wanted to say thank you. I thought that was an amazing revelation of just beautiful people. I went over there last week and watched how they gave out the shirts and the lawn signs and collected more food for the pantry and the animal shelter. And like Councilwoman Meehan had said, the Woodbridge High School students modeled their initiative with Woodbridge Cares, and I just wanted to provide an update on that. The gentleman, the student that's handling that, said that all sales of T-shirts and lawn signs ended last Monday, and the shirts are being delivered this Friday. And if there are any questions with regard to your orders or for additional updates, you can go to their Facebook page called Woodbridge Cares. Thank you for all of your purchases that will support our food pantries for our families that are having food insecurity. I also wanted to, in recognition of National Police Week last week and National EMS Week and our upcoming Memorial Day, thank everyone, every police officer, EMS first responder, and our veterans every year. I go around with Post 87 out of Woodbridge Croppers, all through to all of the veterans' memorials and monuments, and it's always a beautiful time of the year for me to be with the veterans. So I wish them all and their families a very happy Memorial Day. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman Drum. Councilman Anderson?
Thank you, Madam President. My agenda is in order. I do have a few mentions. With regard to the WTYRC, there was a notification that went out and asking all of the leagues to hold off on any type of practices. They should not be holding any practices. We know that there are kids that work out, and as long as it's 1 or 2 kids working out with their parents, it's okay. But when we have coaches organizing their teams, that obviously is in violation of the social distancing. So we're going to ask all of those teams to please adhere to the social distancing guidelines to make sure that we keep our kids safe and we're following the rules. I also want to acknowledge Colonia Cares and Woodbridge Cares. I do want to acknowledge Dr. Noreen Lishak. She was one of the parents who helped initiate the Colonia Cares with the students in Colonia. I thought she really helped these students organize a fantastic program, and I commend the kids from Woodbridge starting the Woodbridge Cares and modeling it after the Colonia Cares, and also getting past their rivalries and working together. And these are the times that we do that. They concluded the program at Colonia with a 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. coin toss over at the Evergreen Center, and it was quite successful. I mentioned 2 weeks ago that we had an essay contest winner in Woodbridge, and that winner for the freeholder for a day, for County Freeholder for a Day essay contest, was Mr. Joseph Golden of Woodbridge, and Joseph is also going to be attending University of Notre Dame. So congratulations on him on winning the 12th grade essay contest. Again, with Memorial Day, I would like for everyone to remember those that were lost during any of our battles, and any of our veterans. Please thank your veterans, but remember those that paid the ultimate sacrifice. Let's remember to buy local, and also please keep all of our first responders and our COVID patients and COVID victims. Please, let's keep them all in prayer, and please check on your seniors. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Anderson. Councilman Ficarra?
Thank you, Council President. Quite honestly, my agenda is not in order. It's quite a mess, but let me try to muddle through it here. First, I'd like to thank again Mayor McCormick and the team there at Town Hall for keeping us all informed every day, keeping things in perspective, and giving us statistics that we can understand, and as I said, keep them in perspective. I hope the COVID restrictions are ended soon, because I don't know how much longer I can take his corny jokes at the end, but that's a whole nother story. Moving down to the Mayor's Fitness and Wellness Initiatives, over at Tansman Park by our Woodbridge train station, there's a beautiful outdoor fitness equipment, looking real shiny and ready to go as soon as some of these restrictions are lifted. But again, thank you to the administration for following through on that concept. We have it now over at LeGrand Park. This is our second one, and I'm sure there will be more to come. Moving down, my item number 6, the fireworks, I believe, have been postponed to September 6th. Mr. Mitch, is that correct? September 6th with the rain date of September 7th?
That's correct.
All righty, so we'll stay tuned for that and look forward to finishing up the summer strong. Congratulations goes out to members of the Heroes and Cool Kids in the various schools who have somehow figured out to connect from high school students to middle school students using videos and various platforms to connect and still get that good message out there. So to those people, to their advisor, to the teachers, and all the students and parents dealing with this distance learning, it is quite amazing that you're able to pull that off. Congratulations. The club at Woodbridge, although it hasn't been open naturally, there are some wonderful renovations completed and still going on. So we look forward to the almost like reopening or grand opening of that facility. It's very exciting. And as my councilmate said, with Memorial Day coming up, for those that made the ultimate sacrifice, for those that served, and for those that are still serving, thank you. We'll never forget. God bless America. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman Ficarra. Councilman Patel?
Yes, thank you, Council President. My agenda is also in order, but as our other council friends said, this Memorial Weekend is coming up. I would like to thank all those veterans and those who have sacrificed their lives and those who continue to serve. We'd like to keep them in our prayer, and also I would like to request all of our residents, if you are holding any Memorial Day gathering at home, please keep it a low profile, be cautious, be careful, be safe, but make sure to keep them in all your prayers. So that's all for tonight. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman Patel. Councilman Bauer?
Thank you, Council President. My agenda is in order. I echo all the sentiments my fellow councilmates have already stated. Thanks again to our mayor, administration, and all our essential employees. Remember your social distancing, because public health creates economic health. This weekend being Memorial Day, remember all our military personnel who paid the ultimate sacrifice defending our freedoms here and abroad. Thank you, and God bless America. That's all I have tonight. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Councilman Bauer. Mr. Mitch?
Thank you, Madam President. Just bear with me for a few moments. Number one, thank you for approving the settlement agreement with Bad Walls this evening. So you can note that on your agenda as far as having a hearing for that liquor licensee. I want to go over the latest changes in the primary election. I'll do this for the next couple of meetings because it's kind of evolving as we speak. But As everybody knows, the primary has been changed to Tuesday, July the 7th, but is very significant, and I'll work with Mr. Haggerty to get the message out over the next month or two. So the primary is a vote by mail election primarily, not 100%, but primarily. Registered voters who are affiliated as a registered Democrat or a registered Republican will automatically receive a mail-in ballot. Unaffiliated voters who often don't vote in a primary, but unaffiliated voters will have likely received already a vote by mail application, likely last week. If you want to vote in the primary, you want to declare your party, you have to complete that form and return it as soon as possible. It's postage paid back to the county. If you do not return it and you want to vote, you'll need to do so in person on July 7th on a paper provisional ballot. And I want to just tell you, it takes longer to process a paper provisional ballot than it does to go into the machine and simply cast your vote. There will be no machines at the election due to the coronavirus. Polling locations have yet to be determined. It will likely not be your normal polling location. They'll probably be consolidated. So as I said, no voting machines. There will be no poll books. There will be no sample ballots mailed to people's homes. There'll likely be a link at some point we'll release, and that link will bring you to a ballot. The ballot this year is the same no matter what ward you live in Woodbridge Township. Wards 1 through 5, everything will remain the same, as there are no local elections, county committee, council, nor mayor. Everything is county and above. Vote by mail ballots cannot be returned at a voting place, so if you get a ballot mailed to your home, again, you must return it in the mail back to the county. It cannot be received at a polling place once we disclose what they'll be. They'll just need to be returned no later than 8 o'clock the night of the election, which again is July the 7th. And they'll have 7 days to return that. So any questions between now and then? Of course, my office is always staffed, normal business hours. But again, we'll work to get messages out, probably more clearer, probably with some changes, but as we get more detail from the county. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. And now to the person that doesn't need any introduction, Mayor McCormick.
Thank you very much, Council President. First, I would like to challenge Councilman Ficarra regarding my jokes. All my jokes come from submissions from residents. They're not mine. If you don't like the jokes, Councilman, feel free to submit your own. And if you think the ones I pick are bad, you should see the ones I reject. But it is fun to have them every day, and we're proud to be able to keep our people informed of what's going on. I really don't have nothing to really announce other than to say that we continue to appreciate the efforts of everybody in town. The crisis really brings out the best in people, and we say all the time for the last 13 and a half years that we're the best town around, and every single day, especially during this crisis, people prove it. As far as Memorial Day, we are looking into whether we can have a consolidated ceremony here in Town Hall outside in the Veterans Monument with proper distancing. If not, we want everybody to have their ceremony. Some don't want to have them, but many do. Absent any real direction that we cannot have those ceremonies, we are going to let them go. I mean, it's Memorial Day. This is the one time a year you get to do, as everybody said, thank those who passed in the line of duty. So we're going to do everything we can. We will let everybody know as soon as we know what the plans are. And also, nobody mentioned the banners. They normally would be distributed and put up right after the troop rally. But since that's not happening, we will have all the banners up at their locations in town before Memorial Day. So that's our duty to get those up. That's why people buy them. They want them up and displayed before Memorial Day. So that will be done this year. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Business Administrator Simaluka.
Thank you, Council President. I have 4 refunds, tax overpayment, sewer overpayment, parking permit, and tax appeal. Under Director Darden, I have an ordinance amendment to Chapter 18 for property maintenance. Thank you, Council President.
Thank you. Legal.
And Council, as you know, at this time we need to go into executive session, so let me read the resolution. Whereas Section 8 of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975 permits the exclusion of the public from a meeting in certain circumstances, and whereas this public body is of the opinion that these circumstances presently exist, now therefore be it resolved by the Municipal Council of the Township of Woodbridge that the public portion of this meeting is hereby recessed in order that the Municipal Council may meet in closed executive session for approximately 10 minutes to discuss pending litigation. Can I get a motion to move the resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Hello?
Any questions or comments? All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Ayes have it. We will now go into executive session. Just please stand by. Can I get a motion to adjourn the executive session to go back into the regular session?
Motion.
Okay. Very good. Just stand by. Thank you. Okay, Madam President, we are back in regular session as of 7:38 p.m. I have a resolution before me to settle a lawsuit against Belmont Construction. Can I please get a motion to approve the resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Council Vice President Small, seconded by Councilman Bauer. Any questions or comments on the motion? All in favor, aye.
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 Opposed? Ayes have it. Can we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
So moved. Thank you.
Meeting
Thank you.
adjourned.
Everybody have a good night.